All right, gang. This is let's talk about February the 28th. It is Wednesday, which means 24.1, the open workout, is going to be released tomorrow on Thursday. So, we got choices to make here, right? We have to we don't want to forget about deadlifting. Friday night, we're not going to be able to, or Friday, we're not going to be able to deadlift because that's the day that we do the open workout on. But we don't want to just say, well, we've been deadlifting this cycle. Let's just stop doing it now because of the open. We have to have it somewhere. But the reason I bring that up is because depending on mostly your experience with the open, you have to make a decision. Do I want to challenge myself to a heavy single deadlift today, or is this more of a maintenance day? You could even decide that, despite the fact that you came to the gym, that you don't want to do any strength, right? You just want to do the workout today, and that's absolutely fine. It's just, we got to keep in mind that there are some people not doing the open. Absolutely okay. And those people should have an opportunity to continue through the deadlift cycle as is. It's just not going to be on Friday. So we have deadlifting today. I'm sorry for those of you who wanted to keep doing handstand push-up stuff. Don't let this stop you. Let's continue to do and work on that stuff in the free time that we do have, and open gym, all access, all that good stuff before or after class. But today, deadlifts, and deadlifts do show up in the workout. So what is the WOD today? We call this one a grab bag, and then we had a chance to test it, and it was like better than we could have even expected. It was fun. It was a fun one to test, and they're not all fun. And you'd expect that on a week where we're trying to sort of dial back the intensity a little bit. This workout, this WOD, this conditioner, this Metcon, whatever you want to call it, this feels like a celebration or a review of a lot of the different concepts we've been working on throughout the cycle, not just on Wednesdays, but also on Fridays too. Let's think about it. Let's think about what it is. So first of all, it's a 14-minute AMRAP, so that should pretty well accommodate our deadlifting today, should you want to participate in that. It's a relay style WOD, meaning like we're going to move the boxes out of the way, make sure we have room to move about the floor and all of that. We haven't done those on a Wednesday. We've mostly been containing those to Fridays and or Saturdays. And I'll tell you, we're going to use that same floor plan on Thursday as well, not for the open, but for the Thursday WOD. So hopefully you like those types of workouts, because I know I do. Okay, so what is it? The floor plan is open. We know we're probably going to have to traverse it 10 meters at a time. If that's what your guess is, then you are correct. What we're going to do is 14-minute AMRAP begins with you standing with a pair of either dumbbells or kettlebells. I use kettlebells. We wrote this so that it could accommodate either. We don't have a preference in mind. Use whatever's comfortable to you. You just need to have a pair, and that's why we need to open it up to both kettlebells and dumbbells. But it starts with 8 deadlifts of your pair. All right. Now, you will eventually have to clean those things, because after your 8 deadlifts, it turns into 20 meters of a front rack carry. Not a front rack lunge. It's just the good kind. The kind where you just go over 10 meters and then come back 10 meters and end up back where you started. If it's kettlebells, either way, it's front rack, right? So either way, we have a standard to uphold. If it's dumbbells, one head of the dumbbells on our shoulder. If it's kettlebells, trying to make it like a bow tie style, where maybe the bell itself rests on your delt, but the handles are very close together and your elbows are out forward. So there's slightly different standard for both, but the stimulus remains the same. After your 20 meters of the front rack carry, now you're going to put them down, and you're going to put them down carefully, because there might be people around you doing the next movement or one of the next 2 movements. The next 2 movements are 10 push-ups, standard push-ups, the way that we spent an entire cycle on, and that we did on Saturday, and we try to work in and out of WODs throughout the cycle, and then 3 wall walks. 3 wall walks. So we've been preparing for wall walks via handstand push-ups, but we know they might come up in the open. And then after your 3 wall walks, kind of break the monotony a little bit by doing 20 sit-ups. Although you will have been using a lot of core tension in this workout, so these will not be 20 easy sit-ups. All right. And what I liked about this, even though it was originally like the point, but we just didn't know how well it was going to go, was how each movement sort of flowed into the next. The first two movements have an element of grip strength and time under tension. And then you have 10 push-ups, which are great just in and of themselves. But if you ever wonder whether or not push-ups, regular style push-ups, impact your ability to do a vertical push-up or a vertical wall walk, you're going to find out today that they absolutely do. So the first two movements impact each other, the next two movements impact each other, and then all of that had been time under tension, so the 20 sit-ups don't feel like as much of a rest as they normally do. So that all comes down to what we're referring to as a grab bag type workout, kitchen sink WOD, where it's kind of ends up being pretty fun. This isn't a ton of rounds. I got 5+. I will say for the scoring today, and I'll make sure the coaches know this, 10 meters will be considered 1 rep. So you're basically doing 8 reps of deadlifts, 2 reps of 10-meter carries, 10 reps of push-ups, 3 reps of wall walks. 20, so my score I think was 5 + 21 or something like that. So it's not a ton of rounds, but that could add up. The volume of that could add up quite a bit. All right, guys, enjoy this one. I really hope you do, because this is, we're trying to come up with things that might not come up in the open outside of wall walks. Thursday is a completely different story, but we'll see. All right, guys, enjoy.